Hey there, beautiful souls. Holy frickin' cannolis. Spirit is saying that the past may be resurfacing, but this is not to hold you down and to hold you back, beautiful soul. So don't scroll past this because you're not going to want to miss this. Let's get into this. Got this download today regarding the past is going to be resurfacing. Spirit is saying the past may be resurfacing, and it can come through different various learning opportunities, waves of emotions and feelings. There may be people who resurface. Spirit is saying, don't get it twisted. This is not about you returning to the past. This is not about you reliving the past. What you're doing is you are retrieving wisdom from it. You are literally cleansing emotional residue out. Spirit is saying that you are stepping into the new house of who you have become. Spirit is saying that you have done deep alchemization in your internal home, and you've created in that internal home security, stability, abundance of all size, shapes, forms, and manner, and your outer world is going to start reflecting it. Spirit wants to remind you that you are a supreme alchemist, master manifester, because you, beautiful soul, you have taken chaos. I was going to say alchemization, but you have taken alchemization to a whole nother level is what I heard. You've taken alchemization to a whole nother level, because no matter how the chaos continues to come up, no matter how the learning opportunities arrive, you drop into heart center and you alchemize it into higher perspective and wisdom. And Spirit is saying, pay attention to the sign of a giraffe, because you are the giraffe is what I just heard. The giraffe represents higher perspective, seeing far ahead, right? And what I mean by seeing far ahead is that you're an oracle. You are an oracle. You can see things starting to unfold, but you don't slip back into the old ways. You step into being the high priest, the high priestess, the divine sorceress or sorcerer. You step into being the supreme alchemist. And you are now embodying your strength with fierceness, with boldness, but yet gentle and compassion and grace. Spirit is saying you are rising above the chaos. Okay? And now I just keep seeing the number 666. And this is about reflection. So as these learning opportunities come up, Spirit is saying not to hold you down and hold you back. It's really to reflect, for you to reflect, to take in the full embodiment of the divine limitless being you are, the master manifester, the supreme alchemist, the divine healer, okay? The oracle, the bridge between heaven and earth and the cosmos, okay? So let's get to the cards. I'm going to go to, you guys, I'm going to use my Archangel Animal deck. Now, I hardly have ever used this deck, so there are some archangels that I'm not familiar with, but if Spirit guides me to go look in the book, I definitely will do that. So thank you, angels. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you to the collective of the highest vibration. Please show us what else it is that we need to know as the learning opportunities arrive, as the emotions may come to surface, and people from the past. So we got 2 cards. Spirit is saying you are in alignment. You are in extreme alignment with your higher self, with higher states of consciousness, okay? So our first card is Ladybug. This is, you guys, for me, Ladybug, this is a sign of good luck, good fortune, opportunities coming in, okay? Spirit is saying it's through these learning opportunities. Let's start right here. Heart center, Ladybug is red. We see the black spots. It's through the black represents the shadow. Spirit is saying it is through the shadows, the shadow work that you've done and continue to do, that you're grounded, you are rooted, and you are anchored in that heart center. And because you are anchored and embodied in that heart center, that you see things from a higher perspective, which is igniting the solar plexus, creating great inner strength. Once again, Spirit is saying you in the past have not felt security and stability physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Spirit saying that shifted, that changed because of you. because you're embodying the high priest, the high priestess, the supreme alchemist, master manifester. You're stepping and allowing yourself to fully embody your true divine magic, knowledge, and wisdom, which is expanding the solar plexus. You've created in your internal home massive security and stability, okay? So the card says, this is Archangel Premalink. You guys, I don't know if I said that right, but it says, accept happiness and good fortune. That is what is coming in. And look at, we've got 2 ladybugs. So you're in alignment for this. Why? Because you created it. Because when the chaos does come, you stand 10 toes down in your heart center. You stand on that observation deck and you embody the divine limitless being you are, and you alchemize it. You no longer feed the fear and the scarcity and lack. No, beautiful soul. You are the Hierophant. You are the High Priestess. You have taken what you've learned and taught yourself how to change and alchemize the learning opportunities, the chaos, into divination tools, okay? That's where the Hierophant comes in. I just keep hearing Hierophant, Hierophant. Like, it's through the learning opportunities that you've taught yourself that you're going to be teaching other people in many different ways. So whatever it is you're creating, building, manifesting, it is going to be a tool for you to help teach others, okay? And then our next card is the Badger. It says, bring your life into balance. We've got Archangel Mary and Sandalphon. So it is through this energy, Spirit is saying, clearing out, I just heard, clearing out the emotional residue by stepping into the power of your voice. There's something here about you speaking your truth as the waves of emotions come up, as the feelings, as the learning opportunities, maybe sprinkled with a little bit of chaos, right? But as people come to the resurfacing, Spirit is saying, allow yourself to reflect on how far you've come, because that's going to help bring in internal and external balance, especially of the throat chakra. Spirit is saying that you're becoming more embodied in your throat chakra, which is also igniting the solar plexus, okay? So I do want to go to my psychic tarot deck and ask them to please, show us what else it is that we need to know. So we have 3 cards. Spirit is saying you're creating support. You're creating support internally and externally. And what I mean by internally, deeper connection to your higher self, to your spirit team, to the universe, divine source, God, however you want to label it. Because your internal home is so grounded, it is so secure and stable that your outer world is going to start reflecting it. So Spirit is saying there are people coming in to support you who unconditionally support you, okay? Oh my God, look at this. We have the truth card and we have this Badger card. This is about speaking your truth. Spirit is saying you're becoming more embodied through your truth. It's through the learning opportunities in the waves of emotions, people resurfacing, that you are becoming more embodied in your truth, speaking your truth unapologetically, confidently, but gentle strength is what I just heard, and grace. And then we have number 20. So Spirit is saying it is through you speaking your truth that you are creating a massive reset, that you are in alignment for brand new beginnings. It is through the clearing and cleansing of the emotional residue that the truth is coming to surface, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and financially. Spirit is saying you're understanding the truth of truly how divinely limitless you are, but the worth of receiving, the divine feminine. The divine feminine is about receiving. Spirit is saying you're becoming more anchored in the divine feminine, and that's what's helping you to be able to receive. It's by you really embodying the truth of your divine feminine that you are bringing balance to both the feminine and the masculine, okay? And you're creating, Spirit is saying, and that has put you into alignment for a brand new beginning, okay? And look at this, passion ignited, heart center. Look at this. Spirit is saying you're anchored into your heart center and your solar plexus. There are brand new beginnings, higher states of consciousness and awareness. We have number 1. So breakthroughs are coming in physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and financially. Spirit is saying it's because you have unbound yourself from the past. that is why you're reaching higher states of consciousness, higher states of awareness. That's why you are the giraffe. You are seeing things from a higher perspective, okay? And then we have prosperity, material and spiritual prosperity. Spirit is saying, look at this. It's through the emotional cleansing of any residue of the emotions. Spirit is saying you're bringing that balance. You are grounded. You are grounded in the balance of your emotion, your emotional bodies, okay? Mental, emotional bodies. Spirit is saying, and it's because of that balance, you're able to speak your truth. You're able to call your manifestations in. You're able to call in the right people. I just see a lot of people start coming in. It's igniting your solar plexus, what you're creating, what you're building, what you're manifesting. Spirit is saying it is grounded. It is grounded in security and stability because of the internal security and stability that you have created, that you are now embodying. Spirit is saying the only way that the material could be received is by you spiritually going inward and unbinding yourself, and that's what you're doing. So Spirit is saying, please keep in mind, in this energy, as waves of emotions, feelings, and people may resurface, this is the cleansing of any residue of negative emotions, limiting beliefs, scarcity, and lack. Okay, so now I just want to go to the Kipperish deck and just see if there's anything else that they would like to show us. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we have sexy, single, and successful, and then we have real love. Spirit is saying it's because of the unconditional love that you're giving yourself. There's two different messages here, okay? It's because of you unconditionally loving yourself, having complete faith and trust in yourself, even in the chaos. Spirit is saying that you are creating an unconditional bond, an unconditional love, compassion, ease, and grace with yourself, with your higher self. And because of that, there are people coming in who truly love you, truly love what you're creating, what you're building. They're seeing how you are healing, how you are expanding, okay? They see, green, once again, that you are truly operating from heart center. And because of that, you're speaking your truth. Spirit is saying that you are grounded and rooted and anchored in unconditional love for yourself. And because of that, now you're going to start receiving those people. Spirit is saying, yes, there may be people from the past that are going to resurface who probably manipulated you, who were only with you because you could provide something for them. Spirit is saying that this, once again, this is to help cleanse any emotional residue so that you can be in deeper embodiment of being in love with yourself. And through that, there's going to be more people coming in who support you in what you're creating and building. For those of you who are single, it's because of you embodying your worth and your value that right relationship intimately is coming in, okay? Spirit is saying that you've had to do a lot of internal work. You went into hermit mode. You went really deep. And I know it's probably hard to see, but there's orange around here. Spirit is saying you're anchored. You're grounded. You're rooted in your solar plexus. But for some of you, the emotional residue may be lying in that sacral. So once again, very close relationships, intimate relationships, family relationships, okay? But look at this, 90. Spirit is saying you're leaving the old behind and a brand new beginning is coming into you, for you, and through you. Here we have number 15. So Spirit is saying you're creating positive changes and breakthroughs for yourself first, but those right people, career-wise, friend-wise, intimate relationship-wise, they're coming in because you speak your truth, because you are embodied in your truth and you love the truth unconditionally. Good, bad, ugly, beautiful, spectacular. So I want to go to the angel numbers and just see what numbers they have for us. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, angels. We've got 2 cards. So once again, know that you are in alignment with your highest timeline, that you are in alignment of a higher perspective. Spirit is saying you're the giraffe, you're the giraffe, you're the giraffe. Okay. So, oh my God, I talked about this. Spirit said 666 earlier in the message. Like, as these things come up, this is about reflecting on how far you've come, reflecting how it's a reflection to show you what needs to be fully let go, and reflection in how you navigate, how you create magic in the chaos, in the limiting beliefs. This is Spirit is saying it's to this, sorry, I'm spiritually stroking out, the learning opportunities, the feelings, the emotions, the people. It's to show you how far you've truly become, or have come, all right? And look at 10, massive growth physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and financially. Spirit is saying it's because of your internal growth that the external is going to start reflecting it. What I just heard, 10, this is about reset, new beginnings, new breakthroughs, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially. If you're ready to take on this beautiful soul, if you're ready to embody this energy, hit the heart, hit the like, put Badger, put Ladybug, put 666, put 1010. Until we meet again, my beautiful friends, love, light, and many, many blessings.